Hello and welcome to Caregivers Connection. I am Lisa Berman. I'm a life coach, and I am joined here with Michele, a mom and a caregiver with lots of lived experience. And so we are here to kind of talk about gratitude for a few minutes. First thing I would like to do is to invite everybody to take two deep cleansing breaths, kind of breathing in. And as you exhale, let go of the stressors of the day. Breathe in deep and let go. And so, as we are approaching the holidays, we are doing our Caregivers Connection a little bit differently. We're going to do a quick conversation here that kind of falls in line with the conversations we've typically had with Caregivers Connection, but it's designed to be kind of really short and something that people can pretty quickly access. So, topic of conversation as we move into the holidays is sustainable gratitude practices. And so, we would kind of tap into Michele, who is busy with a teenage daughter, and is the caregiver for her. And so, Michele, right, we've talked about this, right? If we look at sustainable gratitude practices, kind of my question for you, right, is what is one sustainable gratitude practice that is kind of a core part of who you are?
Gratitude is a big part of who I am and my life. I'm very blessed to be the caregiver to my 17-year-old daughter, who's a senior in high school. But gratitude for me is a mindset. It's a practice and a way of life that takes a lot of time and patience and dedication. And that's not to say that I don't have times of frustration, but it means that I give myself some grace and I forgive myself and I move forward. Each day I try to write down things that I'm thankful for in my gratitude journal, at least 3 things. And every day, one of my favorite practices is my cup of tea, which I don't just make my tea and sip it. I really observe and make it a mindful experience. I stand in the kitchen and I wait for the water to boil and I listen to it and I feel the steam on my face. And then I smell the tea as it steeps. And then I really observe every single moment of making my tea and I sit down and I have it. And it's really a mindful experience as I have my tea. And I just love it. It's time for myself. It's self-care. And I do it every single day. It's just really a practice that I do. And it's for me, it's every day, and it's part of my thankfulness to myself. It's might be something simple, but it's something for me, and I'm very grateful for it.
And right, and so that kind of that process of making a cup of tea really only requires a couple minutes. So whether it is making the cup of tea or pouring a cup of coffee, it is kind of the ritual of it, right, Michele, that kind of sustains you. So I'm kind of curious, as you're kind of holding your cup of tea, are you, so I can hear, right? You kind of absorb the warmth of the cup and the aroma and the kind of that piece. Are you also running through your mind kind of, I'm grateful for, and kind of listing it in your mind? Or are you just really kind of soaking up the
It's
experience?
really a mindful experience. How do I absorb each sense. The water feels warm in my mouth. The tea, the hibiscus tea, it smells sweet. It tastes sweet. It smells a little bit like rose. Um, Even I have a special cup that I use. The cup is white with beautiful roses on it, and it's small. What does it feel like in my hands? What does the kettle sound like when it goes? And it's really an in the moment, be present. I'm here in the day, and it's really a grounding experience for me to start my day, and it really clears my mind. And sometimes I even do it at night too, but
Well, thank you, Michelle. I love the just listening to you describe the process of your cup of tea. Just I can feel it, yeah, and it makes me want to hold my cup of tea here, you know? Um, and I think that that piece about the mindset is such an important piece. That it is kind of going into the mindset is a very big topic. We're not going to cover it here today. Um, but I think that kind of the importance of finding a routine that can be done on a daily basis that only takes a few minutes to kind of help get through the holidays, get through these shorter days as the days are getting, I can't believe how much shorter the days are getting. Um, and so really kind of finding a practice, right? A
it
practice.
is.
It's not
It's a
about
practice.
perfection. It is
Mhm.
about practicing it. And if you don't have a gratitude practice and you do only something once this week and twice next week, that is progress. And the
Mhm.
more you do it, the easier it becomes and the more you love it. So thank you, Michelle, for your time for this
Thank you.
Caregivers Connection and a chat. I know Michelle and I can talk gratitude all
We
day.
can.
So thank you and stay tuned for
And thank you for
other
your time.
editions. Oh,
Yes.
my pleasure. I love being here and kudos to those of you who tap into this recording and carve out a moment of gratitude because it's such an important piece. And thank you.